G'day guys, Shirty here. Welcome back to No Man's Sky. In this video I'm going to show you how to easily complete the new expedition and get the Normandy frigate quickly. I've been waiting for this one to come back and excited about getting it myself. It's an awesome looking ship. I'm also going to give you plenty of tips on how to easily get through the different milestones, get some great loot along the way, and all with very little effort. I hope you find this guide helpful, and if it does help you and you enjoy the vid, please give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Anyway, this is supposed to be a quick guide, so thanks very much for watching and let's jump into it. As always for expeditions, I recommend you turn your multiplayer to off and ensure PvP is off. If you are playing with friends, again, make sure PvP is off. Okay, resources. If you don't want to spend a lot of time mining and looking for stuff in the expedition, I'd highly recommend you use an existing save and start from the terminal at the Anomaly. You can take up to 8 different tech in the technology section and 24 items of resources in the cargo section. This is just a pretty standard loadout that I take on expeditions, and it was more than enough for this one. Just basic stuff really, and fuel for whatever ship I intend on using. By the way, you only need to bring the Pugnium if you intend on using a Sentinel ship. Money. Now that means credits or nanites. Now there's a lot of ways to bring both with you, but for credits, basically just bring something that's highly valuable that you can sell. For nanites, I usually go with tainted metal. How much you bring of each totally depends on you. Don't worry if you don't have money to bring, I'll show you how to easily get both. Now let's get started and get into the expedition. Okay, so let's head on up to the Anomaly and land. Now make sure you have both the multi-tool and the ship equipped if you're going to copy them over. Head on over to the expedition terminal and load up your supplies. Here's all I ended up taking with me, and it was more than enough. And let's go ahead and start the expedition. So you start off on the bridge of your freighter and you have a ship in the landing bay. Explore a little if you want and check your resources in the inventories of each. Next I like to check the milestones and get an idea of what I need to do. Once done, head down to the landing bay and go meet your new ship. I got this little beauty. Now jump in your ship and start shooting up the asteroids. After you shoot 50, you'll get your first milestone. Go in the expedition menu and claim it, and then shoot a few more asteroids to build up a little more tritium, gold and silver, which you will need. Once you're finished, look for a planet called Brethak Delta. Head over and land anywhere. Hop out of your ship and claim your next milestone. Now start scanning all the plants and animals you see as you mine some basic resources. There's enough wildlife here to attract David Attenborough, so very quickly you'll get your next milestone for scanning 3 animals. Don't forget to claim your rewards and then get back to mining. Make sure you keep scanning plants. You need 13 types for the milestone. We won't get them all on just this one planet, but we can make a good start. Now if you're not claiming your ship or multi-tool, then you don't really need to do this, unless you want the extra nanites. The milestones will give you all the nanites you need to complete this expedition, but otherwise scan all the animals on the planet and upload them for a good nanite bonus. Do this 3 to 4 times on different planets and you'll have more than enough to claim both your ship and your multi-tool if you brought them. Now here's a quick shopping list of all the resources you should collect to save you time and inventory space. If you do have resources coming in at the Anomaly soon, you won't need to get much of these. It's all pretty much stock standard stuff with the exception of maybe the chlorine. Later on in the expedition, we'll need a couple of magnetic resonators and an amino chamber. You can just buy these if you want, but if credits are tight, it's very easy to get the ingredients and just make them. For the chlorine though, use your scanner as you wander around collecting resources, and keep an eye out for organic rock. I found quite a few of these on my travels around the planet, but finding just one will give you more than enough chlorine to make the amino chamber. Now you also need some faecium very soon. It's pretty easy to do. Just make some animal pellets from carbon and throw them on the ground near any animals. Wait a little while and collect their poo. You won't need much. Now just a quick tip, when using your scanner keep an eye out for these. They're called buried mineral formations. They're all over the place and not hard to find. Collect 3 of them and claim your next milestone. Now this planet has buried bone treasure everywhere. Pick these up whenever you see them and save them. Fill up on the valuable ones and you'll have well over 1 million credits when we go sell them at the space station. So all this running around for resources has its benefits. Collect your next milestone. So the next milestone is super easy. Hop in your ship and take off, scan, and you'll see the locations of buildings. Again, they are everywhere. Do this 5 times and collect the nav data as you go, because you'll need that, and the milestone. So righto, you've put the hard yards in, well done. The rest from here on in is pretty smooth sailing. One of the milestones that we do need to do is to take 3 photos of different worlds. So before we leave this planet, take a photo using the in-game camera. Make sure to select the Grand Tour milestone in Phase 3 section of the Expedition tab. And check you've completed one of 3 before you leave. Next, hop in your ship and fly straight to the ring planet and take another picture. Righto, next stop is the space station. On the way, I got the aviator milestone. Soon as you land, head over to the trade terminal and sell your ancient bones and anything else you don't want. Check for any items you may want to buy. I grabbed some wiring looms. Next, go around and talk to the NPCs and learn some words. Once you've learned 6 in total, you'll get your next milestone. Last thing to do before leaving is talk to the pilots who land. I got lucky as the first guy I spoke to had an amino chamber. Now it's time to head back to our freighter and don't forget to claim any milestones. So back to the freighter, and first thing to do is go around and delete all the rooms. This will give you some additional resources. Next, repair the freighter warp drive and the atmospheric control unit. And collect your next milestone. Make sure you give the freighter fuel and select the first rendezvous in your expedition tab and then go to the freighter's warp controls. You'll need to make a couple of stops due to the limited range of the freighter, but along the way you will collect the next milestone for making a warp jump with the freighter. At least I did, because I had to refuel.
Technology recharging.
Then just keep pushing ahead to the rendezvous. You'll arrive at this system, and the first thing we're going to do is go down to our ship and head over to the anomaly and grab our gear. So head over into the anomaly, and once you've grabbed your resources, hop back into your ship and fly to the first rendezvous. Land and collect the milestone. And now go into photo mode and take your final selfie. And collect the Grand Tour milestone.
Thermal protection falling.
Next I'm going to make nanites so I can collect my ship and multi-tool from the anomaly. The main reason I use tainted metal is 1 tainted metal makes 2 nanites. I just need 5,000 nanites to collect my ship and multi-tool. So a stack of 3,000 tainted metal is more than plenty to bring. Now this will take a little while, so I head off to scan the rest of the planets I need, and in just a couple of minutes I get the milestone. Anyway, soon the first stack is done, so I collect my 4,000 nanites and start the refiner again to make a little extra. Back to the warm ship, and I collect the quantum foam milestone. By the way, I found all 7 animals within a few hundred meters of my ship at the rendezvous while I was waiting for the refiner. Easy extra 1750 nanites, so I grab those, and in just a few minutes I collect what nanites are done from the refiner and leave the planet. Alright, now that I have all the nanites I need, my first stop is to head back up to the anomaly and get my ship and my multi-tool. Bringing a ship is a really good idea in my opinion. As you can see, all the tech is already here and I have a truckload of space for my resources. This also means I can save any ship upgrades I get in the expedition and take them back to my main save. Okay, let's head back to the freighter and get a big stack of milestones completed. I spent the next couple of minutes transferring everything I wanted to keep from my old ship into the new one and created some space in my exosuit inventory. Now we're going to get all of our building out of the way at once and we will complete another 7 milestones really quickly. I forgot to collect the nanite one, so let's start with this. Alright, first let's build the exocraft terminal and collect the milestone. Build the scanner room and collect the milestone. Next I built the fleet command room just behind the scanner for easy access. No milestone for this one yet. Build the teleport chamber, another milestone. Build the storage room and collect the milestone. And that's phase 1 complete. Don't forget to also collect this milestone. And next I build a double cultivation chamber and collect the milestone. And that's all the building done, thank God. Okay, frigates. The next mission to select is the frigate one, called by the stars. Now you can do this legit if you want and even go and get some more frigates, but either way it's going to take you at least 7 to 24 hours to complete. But
ain't nobody got time for that.
So I'm going to show you how to complete this milestone real quick and easy. First thing to do is go to your frigate terminal and interact with it to unlock the frigate fuel recipes. Make some fuel. You can check what you need for each mission on the bridge. You'll need a total of 150 frigate fuel to complete this milestone. Next, head down to the navigator, pick the first mission. Select your ship and start the frigate expedition. Now run back to your frigate terminal and abort the expedition. Interact with the terminal again and debrief the commander. And end the frigate expedition. And you will see I have now completed 1 of 3 of the milestone objectives. So all we need to do is rinse and repeat 2 more times. Talk to the navigator, send the ship, abort the mission, and debrief. And end the frigate expedition. Once more. And 3 of 3, and milestone complete. It's up to you, but this method is a huge time saver. I also have another tip to complete the warping milestone coming up soon, which will also save you a lot of time and grief. So keep watching for that one, you will want to know, trust me. Okay, now that's done. Jump back in your ship and head to Cranmel to complete 2 more milestones. Make sure you have the planetary charts on you that you received for collecting the scanner room milestone. Now we're going to complete both the Interstellar Rescue milestone and the Fallen Giants milestone really quickly. If you watch to the end of these 2, I'll also show you the coordinates and location of the crash freighter that I found, and you can save some of your maps and just land there for the Fallen Giants milestone if you wish. Righto, the first thing to do is hop out of your ship and create a restore point save. This is really important to save you having to use multiple planetary charts. Then open a chart and you're looking for a distress beacon. Now I got the beacon the first time, so I didn't need to reload my restore point. I just hopped in my ship and flew to the location. Land and speak to the stranded pilot. G'day mate, what seems to be the trouble? And inspect his ship. Repair it for him, doesn't matter which you pick, and talk to the pilot again and collect your milestone. Now it's time to find the freighter and get that milestone. Again, you can just fly to the coordinates I'll show you shortly if you want. First thing is to make a new restore point by hopping in and out of your ship. Now we're going to pop another map. Hop in our ship and fly over to check it out. If it's not a crash freighter, just reload your restore point and keep repeating this process until you find a freighter. Once you got one, land, go interact with the terminal and collect your milestone. As promised, here are the coordinates to the freighter I found. It's worth checking all the buried containers around. You usually find 1 or 2 good freighter upgrades. Now let's head up into the space station quickly and pick up a few more planetary charts for 2 later milestones. This time we need the alien cartographic charts, and you're going to need at least 4 of them to complete them. I suggest grabbing at least 1 or 2 extra to be safe. Let's head back to the freighter and select the Icy Veins milestone. Warp to the location. and let's go fishing. So jump in your ship, fly to the planet and land anywhere next to a sizable body of water. I have aquajets on this ship, so I just landed on the ocean. This looks nice. Go fishing, they said. It will be fun, they said. So something I just want to point out here, as I saw a little confusion online about this one. You are looking for 5 uncommon B-class fish that are indigenous to an icy world. Even though you'll still catch uncommon B-class fish, some might not count as they're not specifically from this icy world. But just keep fishing and you will get them. All in all, I think it took me about 15 minutes to catch the 5 fish. Now you can either let them go in the water for more nanites or sell them at a space station for credits. Either way, thank Christ that's over. Time to get out of here. Now if you're still with me, that's awesome. Thanks very much, and I hope this has been helpful so far. There's not much to go now. Select a second rendezvous and head over to the next milestone, which is in the same system. It's another portal, so run up and collect your milestone. That's all for phase 2, so don't forget to collect this milestone as well. So head back to your freighter, select a third rendezvous and warp. You arrive here at this system. Jump in your ship and fly to the rendezvous. This one is hard to see in the storm, but land at the portal and claim your next milestone. This is also the end of phase 3, so collect this milestone as well. Now while we're here, we're going to do the Nameless History milestone. Hop out of your ship, make a save. Now just like before, we're going to open another planetary chart, and this time we're looking for an ancient ruin. As always, if you don't get it and you don't want to waste charts, you can just reload your restore point. Once you get the ruin, fly there and interact with it. I chose help with the language and collected the milestone. Now let's head back to the freighter and we select the Uncharted milestone. Now unless you want to spend hours and hours looking for a system that no other player has found yet, which is extremely unlikely, I very much suggest you follow this method to quickly achieve this milestone. Go to your ship and make a restore point save. Now pause the game. Turn off your internet to whatever you're playing on. Go back to your game and check the online discovery is off. Now go ahead and jump into your ship, go to the galaxy map and warp to any system that you've not already been to. Rinse and repeat until you've done 8, I did 9 to be safe. I then went back to the space station and walked back to my freighter to save some time. Went straight down to my ship, made a restore point, and then I opened the milestone and collected the reward. Then I paused the game, turned on my internet again, and checked the milestone. Sure enough, it was complete and time to move on. From here on in the expedition, I left my freighter behind and just used my Sentinel ship as we're on the home stretch and not far to go. First, I transferred over everything I wanted to take back to my main save into the ship's inventory. You can see we've amassed a ton of loot. Once packed up, head into space, had a last look at my freighter and warped away. Legend has it, my Corvex freighter still wanders the universe to this day, looking for its missing captain. Arrived in this system and headed for the rendezvous. Land on the planet, head up to the portal and claim the milestone.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
That's also the end of phase 4. Don't forget to also collect this milestone. Next, head back to your ship, select Rendezvous 5 and head into space. Open the galaxy map and warp to your destination. Go to the 5th rendezvous, land at the portal and claim the milestone. Now we're going to do the mystery milestones, which is what you need the alien cartographic charts for. We need to collect some data for NADA. Now, as always, hop out of your ship and make a restore point save. Open a chart and you're looking for a monolith, ruins or plaque. If you don't get one of the above, reload your restore point and try again.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
So I popped the map and got a ruin. So fly up there. And go up to the ruin and interact with it. Now, if it's correct, you'll see a task from NADA that says, take dosimer reading for NADA. Interact and select a dosimer reading. Interact again. And we have completed 1 of 3 tasks for NADA. Go back to your ship, make another save point to be safe, but once this mission starts, I think the outcomes of the charts are predetermined. So open another chart. This time I got the monolith. Land and interact, same as last time. Take the dosimer reading. Confirm the reading. Now 2 of 3 complete. Go and make another save at your ship. Open another map. This time I got the ancient ruin. Fly to the site and repeat. And collect your milestone. So for our next milestone, we need to get a myth beacon, and luckily, I know a dude. Head on up to the anomaly and go visit the Quicksilver dude. And tell him Shirty sent you. Then he'll sell you a myth beacon. You already have the Quicksilver from a previous milestone, so just buy it.
Collectible receipt.
And collect your milestone. Okay, you've made it this far. We're on the final mission. You're almost there. Great work so far, traveller. Warp to the system where we will deploy the myth beacon. Of course, I got in a freighter battle. Anyway, land on the planet. And even though I did this expedition pretty early, there was still plenty of comm balls about. Can't say I'm a fan of these. I moved a little way away. deployed my myth beacon and collect the milestone. And ta-da! Congratulations, you got the Normandy. Awesome job. Man, I love the look of this ship. Can't wait to add it to my fleet. Now all that's left is to go back to the anomaly and transfer over the loot you want to take back with you. This is what I'm taking back. I think this is a pretty good haul, to be honest. Now in the expedition, and you'll see all of your achievements, etc. And it will transfer your own credits, nanites and quicksilver. After the load screen, you're out of the expedition and back on your main save. Go and get your loot from the terminal. You can also make copies of your ship in multi-tool if you want and have the nanites. And now you can go to the Quicksilver Merchant and collect your rewards. Well, that's it. A huge thanks if you managed to watch the whole thing, and I hope you found this expedition guide helpful and enjoyed the vid. Please remember to give the vid a like and maybe even a subscribe if you want to see more from me. Thanks heaps for watching, take it easy, and I hope you enjoy the Normandy.